Special thanks to Amazon for helping sponsor our trip to E3 2016. The Amazon App Store is part of the E3 digital ticket from Humble Bundle and Twitch this year. Pay what you want. Amazon App Store is offering $5 in Amazon coins for some of your favorite mobile games. Check out the link in the description below for more details. Alright guys, we're still in the Perfect World booth, and this time we're taking a look at Star Trek Online. We've got some new stuff going on here, and I'm standing with
Steven Rakosa, the executive producer for Star Trek Online.
Very cool, and this time around we're looking at Star Trek Online on the consoles, and what has changed in order to get it on the consoles?
Yeah, a lot. So first things first, we had to make sure that the control scheme worked. So we had to take a 72-key keyboard and get that down to a 16-button controller. We spent a lot of time doing it, and I think it went pretty well. You guys were playing it. I think it played pretty well. After that, we wanted to make sure that the lighting worked, right? We're coming to Xbox One, we're coming to PlayStation 4, their expectations of how beautiful things should look. So we completely rewrote our lighting engine. We got high dynamic range lighting in there, we got deferred rendering, we got light probes, diffuse probes, specular probes. Really just elevates the game to make it look like it belongs on this current generation of consoles. And then finally, I'm a console player first, and I know that when I'm playing a port, if it feels like I'm playing through a PC UI that should use a mouse and keyboard, but I'm just using it with the controller, it just didn't feel good. So we threw away all the UI, built it all from scratch on the back end for performance and on the front end, so it is purpose built for handling with a controller.
Yeah, the UI looks great. Let's go back to the controls real fast. Kind of give us an example of how you took the keyboard and condensed it down in a controller.
So in some ways it worked pretty well with the sticks and having movement and aiming, but in space there are so many powers. We started using power wheels, so you're holding out a button, you have access to a wheel, you can activate as many abilities as you want when you open that up, so you can very quickly knock out 8 or 10 abilities just by pulling the right trigger as you go through the power wheel. We have an auto fire mechanic that you can set up a power to, for example, a shield heal to turn on when your shields are at 50% health or turn on when they're at 75% health. It really gives players a lot of tactical options when they're playing, so that way the game can assist you as much or as little as you want depending on how involved you want to be in each scenario.
And it looked like from that power wheel you could pre-select some abilities so that way you had them on your essentially a quick access on the bar that way.
Absolutely correct. So you'd have 5 buttons that have powers on them that you can set up so that at any point in time you can just tap a button, have access to those powers without having to enter a wheel. So we're giving people, again, as many or as little tactical options as they want in combat.
Yeah, and as far as targeting goes, it's the same thing. You can switch between targets really quickly. I noticed with the ships. How does that translate out on ground combat?
So ground combat operates the same as space combat. So in space you can right-click in that stick and you can select a target, then flick it left or right to select different targets that are nearby. Same thing on the ground. You pull that left trigger just like you do in any other third or first-person shooter. Lock onto a target and you can flick between those targets or just let it go in between targets. Just, again, the options are up to you.
Very cool, very cool. Now, I know this is definitely a question, but our audience is primarily PC. All these cool benefits are coming to the console. Is it something we're going to see on the PC side as well?
So absolutely. So all those lighting updates are definitely coming to PC this year. Everyone will get to enjoy the beautiful new lighting. If you have an older PC, for example, you'll just run off the existing lighting. You'll have no change. It's not going to ruin the requirements. You'll still be able to play just fine. But if you've got a little higher end PC, you get to enjoy all those benefits as well.
Very cool. And before we move on to one more thing, when are we going to see these the game on consoles?
So fall this year, 2016. Both consoles, day and date.
Very cool. And we're also celebrating Star Trek's 50th anniversary. And
That's
so
right.
we've got some new content coming out for Star Trek Online in regards to that. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that.
So July 6th of this year, we're launching Agents of Yesterday. It's our 3rd full expansion. You'll be able to create an original series era character. So that's the 2270, so it'll look like the 60s from the show. We rebuilt all the different sets and all these different props. It's really exciting. You're going to be going on through this huge adventure through the TOS era and beyond. It's a huge time travel story. It's really exciting.
Very cool. And we got original cast members doing some of the voiceovers?
Absolutely. So we've got Walter Koenig coming back, reprising his role as Chekhov, and we've got Chris Doohan, Scotty's son. You know, James Doohan died, so his son is taking over.
Cool.
And we've got a variety of other voice actors coming in from different eras. Chase Masterson, Matt Winston. It's pretty exciting. It's going to be an awesome expansion just a few weeks away.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for showing us the game, and looking forward to playing it on the consoles.
Cool.
Awesome. Thanks.